All right. Hello, everybody. I am one of the founders of UNCHAIN Technology, and our cryptocurrency is Beercoin, a beer-based cryptocurrency. This is our vision. We wanted a cryptocurrency that can only be mined by beer. And for all of you who are not absolutely ecstatic by the idea, I have probably 3 questions. Why would one do this? What is this? And how does one create beer-based money? So at first, we looked at the beer consumption, in this case in Germany, which is slowly but surely declining, around 3 to 5%. Last year, which is not on the chart, was even worse. It was around like a decrease of 7%. And the marketing budgets are increasing dramatically to keep fighting for the market shares. And while all of this is happening, a lot of new breweries are coming up. We even have one of them with us from Hamburg. Excellent beer. I highly recommend you try it. What is it? It's a classic ERC20 token. The actual supply of it is quite high. This is so we can use the system for 10 years for 10 million people. Since the code is always attached to a bottle cap, and we do need a lot of bottle caps. The mining from the user side is surprisingly simple. You simply have to drink a beer, scan the code, and then we will send you the beer coins. There will always be different kind of beer coins inside of the bottle cap. So you have like different chances to get different amounts. We did it so on the one hand side, it's always a little bit fun to open a bottle, and on the other hand, to decrease the chance of the cap being thrown away, since a lot of people also throw away 25 cents when they're attached to plastic, and we don't want to see all our caps laying around. The actual process is a little bit more complicated, but not really. The breweries order from us bottle caps. We approve this order, and the smart contract generates the value caps. The value caps are then attached with a code, which can be printed inside of the bottle cap to ensure that this code is from us. Then the beer obviously needs to be sold. And after the user scans the app, our server double checks the code. And if it's authentic, our smart contract receives an impulse to simply generate more beer coins and send them to the user. We not only made it for bottle caps, but also for bars as well. So we are attaching an NFC sticker on a beer coaster. So you can simply lay your phone on the beer coaster and mine some beer coins. And there's also an option to do it with receipts to make the codes as cheap as possible. The usage of it, on the one hand side, you can actually give to charity, since it's a marketing machine for breweries. They can do cause-related marketing indirectly, which is always nice. We will have a shop, and 100 beer coins can be exchanged for a beer. So we have the value of the beer coin attached to a beer. And we are also giving out the option to exchange your beer coins for beer at a bar. So you have like different ATMs all over the city where you can actually use your cryptocurrency. This is how we want to profit from it. Obviously, advertising on the one hand side, and secondly, data mining. We will get like location, what kind of beer you drank, language, and
1 more minute.
Timestamp. But this data will be anonymized. Like the only thing collecting it is your Ethereum address, and we will delete the address after we send you the beer coins. So it will be not possible to connect this data point with anything. We're currently running our ICO, but we do not have any private sales or bonuses, since we do not really like the concept of it. It always feels a little bit like a pyramid, like the first guy buying, and then he's just profiting because someone else pays a higher price. I don't know, I think it's weird. And last but not least, we do have a booth. We do have beer. We highly recommend you come by, drink some beer, mine some beer coins. Today is actually the second day you can mine it, and always have a nice talk. That would be it.
Thank you so much. So now I'm really curious about the questions. Yeah, please.
So I know why someone would buy a beer.
Yes.
For there to be a healthy secondary market of the Beercoin, people have to be buying the Beercoin. People have to be paying other coins money for those coins on a secondary market.
It would
Why
depend.
would they do that?
Like they can simply get their B coins by beer. Like this is the only way they can be generated. So if they want beer coins, and for example, one of our breweries we have outside would have the code in it, then they buy the beer there. So they can keep on mining their own coins, or they could, of course, buy the coins. For example, if they know, I don't know, I'm going to Switzerland or something along these lines. I want to visit a bar. Let's get me some beer coins ahead because it would be highly inefficient to get a beer with euros in Switzerland.
So then if you buy beer coins to buy the beer, are you doing that because there's a discount on the beer? Or are you getting a beer for less than the...
Well, it depends. Since it's meant to be its own currency, which is linked to a beer, everything is relative to it. So you have, like if you then look at your euro price for the beer, then it would be, depending like where you are, could be cheaper. For example, in Switzerland, like if you just get your beer coins and then go to a bar in Switzerland, and then you can exchange them.
Okay.
But the merchant that is accepting the beer coins in exchange for beer, what is he going to do with that?
They are going to be burned. Like we have there are two options for the bars. The first one is there's like if they want to use the system, we're giving them the system. It's just plug and play, and they can use it, and then they can advertise it. And how they pay for it is actually buy beer. They have to have like a contingent of, I don't know, depends on the size of the bar, like 10 to maybe 100 beers every month, and they need to be they have to be exchangeable for beer coins. And every beer coin that is exchanged this way will be simply burned. They just like pay for the system they're using with beer.
Okay. Do you store the drinking habits of users?
They will be not. There is no way to recalculate like a single user. We can like do like the drinking habits of a city, but not the drinking habit of a user.
Can you maybe go into the price generation of the token again? I mean, you explained in your presentation that you basically attach the price of a token against the price of a bottle of a beer, right? That would interest me. If you don't plan that, let's say beer token holders are able to exchange the token on an exchange or marketplace, whatever it is, if you don't want to list it, how do you plan to generate the price then?
We like the actual like generation of the price for the coin with on the one hand side the contingents, since we will have like actual asset-backed beer for like we don't know yet how big the asset is you can actually exchange it for. This will depend, and we can always, like we did like a calculation, how much could you generate with a single scan. That was a question we asked ourselves, since how much can like a single user generate in revenue with data mining and advertising. So, and this is around, always depends where you look, like so somewhere around 1 and 7 cents. It always depends like on what data mining company you look at and how much a single user can generate with a single purchase.
I think this should probably get some thoughts, but then what is your, where do you want to go with that company? I think for the brewers, it's just a very, it's a fantastic advertising campaign, right, from here now and then, but where do you want to go with the company?
What we envision is simply to have beer-based money in this world, since the I know this is actually the emotion we're looking for, since like a lot of time if you have a cryptocurrency-based anything, like the average user will tell you, hell no. Like first you can try to explain it to him, but if you then explain how it works and everything, it gets complicated. But with this you can take a concept and make it really easy. He has it in his hand, he has a bottle cap in his hand, he can simply look, okay, this is now money, this makes sense, like it looks like a coin. So we do think that we can actually have a big user base, since it's simple and the people do like beer, and it always brings a smile to their face, and this is the emotion we want to use for our project. No. As I said, it works with NFC tags, and we can also do it like on cash receipts if we want to make it like really cheap, depending on the country, since we don't know if the country like can afford in bars NFC tags, for example, or if anyone of you ever been to Beercoin, they do it with the tag for T-shirts.
They do it already?
In Mallorca.
In Mallorca, yeah, they do it for T-shirts, like my room.
You'll be there, yeah, Beercoin.
Oh, that would be amazing, yes.
So Venezuela has the petrol, Germany has the Beercoin. Thank you so much.
Thank you.